channel. It's ItsKsWorld, and I'm back with another video. Alright, tell me the title. This is what we're going to get into tonight. It's going to be my Netflix suggestions, during this quarantine, because, we stuck in the crib. Y'all probably like, I ain't got nothing to do, I'm bored, I'm ready to get this over with. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I don't blame y'all. But until then, until they get us off a lockdown, I got some shows, some movies for you. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Road to 1K. We almost there. Let's get there. Let's go. Okay, so my movie / show suggestions are going to stem from two places. We got Netflix and we got Tubi. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Tubi, but I'm going to put y'all up on game. Get the app, download it, all that. Tell them Keisha sent you. So let's get into it. Which one should I start with, Tubi or Netflix? We're going to just do Netflix. So the first one off the back I recommend is Good Girls. I just finished watching the episode. I'm on season 3 actually, but Good Girls is basically 3 older ladies. They all had hard times basically, and they needed some extra cash. So they started off robbing a grocery store to, at this point in, they making counterfeit money in a bookstore. It's very interesting, very, leave you on your feet type of show. So tune into that one. The next one is Grey's Anatomy. This show, you can't get bored with this show. It has 17 seasons, I believe now. I'm on the current season. 17 seasons. You will never get bored. You will learn so much. I don't want to be a nurse or nothing, but I watched one episode and was like hooked like that. So this is kind of the show that gets you hooked and very interesting. So Grey's Anatomy, number 2. Number 3, All American. All American. It's basically a football show, but I feel like you don't have to watch football to watch the show. It's very interesting. It's a guy who grew up in Compton who plays football, and he actually was so good that he ended up playing at like a rich area. It was like, what was it, Beverly Hills High. And yeah, it's just about his journey, finding out who his dad is, and it's a lot. So All American. And the next one is On My Block. When I tell you, this show was funnier than I expected. It was interesting than I expected. And they have 3 seasons currently. And this shows like a group of kids basically navigating through life and figuring themselves out. And they end up finding like this money that has like ties into gangs and stuff, and they get kidnapped, and a lot of stuff goes down in that show. So On My Block, watch it, get into it, all that. The next one is The Last OG. I don't really know if people know this either, but this show is funny. It has, what's his name? Tracy Morgan in it, and Tiffany Haddish in it. And basically, he comes home from prison trying to navigate his life, trying to, figure himself out and build, he's building a food stand and, working things out with his baby moms. Interesting show. The next one is Shameless. This show is wild. I actually found this show on regular cable first, and then I went on Netflix and watched all the seasons. So this show is like group of like Chicago kids. They grew up in a rough neighborhood, and their mom, I don't know if their mom died or she just left, but the dad ended up taking care of them, and he ain't no good. He's always drunk somewhere, passed out in the bathroom. So their oldest sister takes care of them and raises them and provides for them. And yeah, they're just like a dysfunctional family, but they're very relatable at the same time. So Shameless, watch that. And the next one, okay, I lied, y'all. I got one more show recommendation for you from Netflix. And when I tell you, this show gets twisted by the episode, by the scene, binge worthy. It's the show called You. Like, this dude is like a narcissistic, crazy psychopath person who's like stalking people and, putting like chips in people's phones and like tracking their whereabouts. And like every person he dates, he ends up like too attached, and to the point where he has to kill you now because you know too much. And like, I don't want to give it away, but tune in. So I got 4 movie suggestions from Netflix, and the first one is Miss Virginia. This movie, it was, I didn't expect it, so like that. This movie is about a single mother who's like poor, living the poor side of town. I think she was from, I don't know if it was New York or Baltimore, and her son is very smart, very intelligent, but he goes to a school where it lacks, like, they don't really care about your education, or they don't have the tools and resources to give you the proper education, to the point where her son gets kicked out of school, and she sends him to a rich private school that she can't afford, but she, busts her butt to make sure her son is, have the best education. So, Miss Virginia, tune into that. The next one is Freedom Writers. They recently, not recently, but they put Freedom Writers on here. It's an old movie, but it's a classic movie. It has Mario in it, and yeah, that's the only person I know of the movie. But this one's kind of similar to Miss Virginia. This one's about like kids growing up into an urban neighborhood where like the test scores are low, education's low, kids aren't really learning, and the graduation rate is low. And then here comes this white lady to like a predominantly like African American and Latino school, and they ran all the other teachers out, so they thought they was going to do the same with her. And basically she ended up teaching them and helping them out, raising the test scores, and have them all graduate from high school. So I think that's a nice movie for you guys to watch. It made me very sad at sometimes. Like when I first watched it, I was very sad, but it's very one of my go-to movies to watch. The next movie is going to be The Players Club. Like, they just added this to Netflix, and I was so happy, because watching the show as a kid is one thing, but being an adult and getting to watch it again, you really get to depict certain scenes and like how you would react if you were in the scene of a Bond movie. It's about this girl. She wanted to go to, I think, I was on Twitter, we was having a debate about it, but basically she wanted to go to college, or she was in college, and like she wanted it, she couldn't pay for it or something, and her parents didn't want to pay for it, so she had to do what she had to do to finish school and pay for college. So she ended up working at the strip club. Blase, blase, blase. Great movie. You can learn a lot from the movie. Tune in. Players Club. Watch it. The next movie is, the last movie I got for Netflix is Self-Made, the Madam C.J. Walker story, or inspired by Madam C.J. Walker. And for those who don't know who Madam C.J. Walker is, let me brush you up on your Black history. Madam C.J. Walker is the first self-made African-American woman. She invented like black hair products, like the oils and the perms and all that stuff to get your hair straight back in the day. And this story was just like inspired by her. I think her great-great-granddaughter told the story to be produced to Netflix. And yeah, it's just basically about her life, how she started from nothing, built her franchise, started working in a store and then a warehouse, and then owning like 3 different stores in different states. It's very fascinating, and if you want to learn more about her history, tune in on Netflix. It's called Self-Made, the Madam C.J. Walker, or inspired by Madam C.J. Walker. Yeah. So moving on to Tubi. And Tubi, I've been knew about Tubi, but I just never cared to download it until it was like, okay, I'm quarantined in this house. I want to watch old shows, like shows, that, gets me tuned in. And I was like, I want to watch Degrassi. Like, something told me, like, I want to watch Degrassi. boom, Tubi. Let's just get into Tubi. So Tubi has every old school show you can think of. Like, I'm just gonna name a few that you should go download and watch. Tubi is completely free. It does come with ads every now and then, but it's just like YouTube come with ads. So Tubi, we got Degrassi, the whole season of Degrassi, like the old Degrassi with Drake in it, Degrassi, the whole season of that. If you ain't watched Degrassi, where have you been? Drake got shot. Oh, who else? JT got shot. Terry hit her head on a brick. She was in an abusive relationship. Manny got pregnant. What else happened? Like, a lot goes on in Degrassi, but it's like real life, and that's why I like the show so much, because they talk about real events that occur in real life. So Degrassi. What else they had on there? They had Charm School with Monique. They had Flavor of Love. They had Real Chance of Love. They had Baldwin Hills. What else? They had, like, let me get up on this app real quick. Like, a lot of anime shows for people who's into that. I really haven't looked on here, but basically get the app and find out anything you can think of. 9 times out of 10 they got it on Tubi, and it's free. Like I said, it comes with just a little ads. Won't never hurt nobody. So that's it for the video. I hope this video helps you out during the quarantine. Remember, stay home, stay safe. Don't try to break no rules out here, y'all. The more people that stay home, the better chance of us getting off a lockdown. So stay tuned, road to 1K, and I'll check you guys out later. Bye.